Thank you very much, and I will be brief given the weather. The first point that I want to make is I'm delighted to see all of you here on Capitol Hill. Every single day here in Washington, Capitol Hill gets flooded by lobbyists who represents insurance companies and Wall Street and the military-industrial complex. So it's great to see people from all over the country coming to Washington in the fight for social justice. So thank you very much. I think the main point that I want to make is that right now we are in a momentous political struggle, pivotal struggle. And the issue is whether the United States Congress will represent the interest of all of the people or whether it will represent the interest of the wealthiest 1%. And what you're here to say is that, as Abraham Lincoln said at Gettysburg, we are a government of the people, by the people, and for the people, not a government of the rich, by the rich, and for the rich. Now, in my view, it goes without saying that we have got to not cut Medicaid, we have got to strengthen Medicaid. And it goes without saying that we want to address the situation where the United States is the only nation in the industrialized world not to guarantee health care to all of its people as a right of citizenship. So we want to protect Medicaid, but we want to do even more. We want to move this country, in my view, to a national health program where health care is a right, not a privilege. Now, all of you know that one of the great debates that is taking place in Congress right now has to deal with deficit reduction. And I want to say a word on this, and it's important that you understand this. Right now, we have a deficit crisis because President Bush took us into 2 wars and he forgot to pay for them. We have a deficit crisis because Bush gave huge tax breaks to the wealthiest people in this country. And we have a deficit because federal revenue has gone down as a result of a recession caused by the greed and illegal behavior on Wall Street. So the question that we have got to ask ourselves is, do you cut Medicaid? Do you cut Medicare? Do you cut Social Security because we gave huge tax breaks to the wealthiest people in this country? Now, when we talk about cutting Medicaid, we should understand what we are actually talking about in a very real sense. I am chairman of the subcommittee on primary health care and aging, and we had a hearing on this issue. And what we discovered at that hearing is that, according to a Harvard study of a few years ago, 45,000 Americans die each year because they don't get to a doctor on time. Now, what do you think is going to happen? How many more people are going to die if we cut Medicaid? What we also learned at that hearing is that people in the bottom 20th percentile, bottom 1/5 of income earners, live 6 years less than people in the top 20%. What do you think happens when we throw millions of children and working people and people with disabilities off of Medicaid? The answer is people are going to die, people are going to suffer, and in this country, we must not allow that to happen. So what this fight is about is not just Medicaid, it's not just Medicare, it is not just Social Security. We are fighting for the soul of America, of what America is and must be. And in my view, we must not be a nation where the top 1% has it all while the people on the bottom are suffering and dying unnecessarily. So I thank you all very much from throughout the country for being here today, for demanding that we do not see cuts in Medicaid, that we do not see cuts in Medicare or in Social Security. What I want to tell you is that the vast majority of the American people stand with us. They think that it is wrong to give tax breaks to millionaires and billionaires and cut Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. They think that it is wrong that 50 million people in this country today have no health insurance at all. So let us stand together. Let's bring the American people into this fight, and let's make sure that Congress represents all of us and not just the privileged few. Thank you all very much.